I wanted to save this video for when I hit 20K. Um, but I just have to get this off my chest. I can't wait too long. I just needed to get it off my chest. I really was waiting to make this video when I reached 20K because it was gonna be a lot more smart, whatever. But before I start, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for the support. Um, it's just been crazy how much the channel has grown after like 2 years of me not being on here. And I really do appreciate you guys for that. I want to talk about it now, so maybe I can feel better. I'm not sure. I think right now I am at the low part of the journey of this YouTube stuff. I don't know. I feel defeated even though I shouldn't be feeling that way. It's like trying to explain it is hard. I'm at the part where my mind is questioning whether or not this is the right choice or if I'm making a mistake or wasting my time. That's where I'm at right now. That's what it feels like. Those questions run rampant through my mind sometimes. So it's like my mind is telling me these things, but my body is refusing to give up. It's like my body knows something that I don't, you know? And as a creative person, these type of things are, it happens. It's normal. It's just that it doesn't seem normal because it feels like you're the only one that's going through it. So yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just questioning whether or not if this is the right choice but I shouldn't even be questioning myself because this is something that I want to do. It's something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I just never really, like I said, I never really had the tools to start back then, but it's just been a thought in the back of my mind for a long time. I've put myself through hell, bro. I put myself through hell trying to learn new editing styles and stuff like that. Like this is where I feel like I separate myself from a lot of other people. No shame to anybody. I think we're all beautiful, creative people that have different motives of doing stuff. Me personally, I feel like coming from someone that doesn't or didn't know their way around a computer and how to edit on different editing softwares, I took so much time to learn how to do these things because it is something that I do see myself doing for years to come. It's like I want it. I see that plaque. I see that silver play button in my hand. And the gold one. I see it in my hand. But right now it just feels like I hit the wall, so to speak. I wouldn't say I'm depressed. I feel like if I were to claim that I'm depressed, it'll be disingenuous to a lot of people that really are. I don't feel depression. I know some of these things may sound generic, some may sound really cliche, but I promise you're going to find value in this video somewhere. And this doesn't really apply to just creative people. It applies to everyone. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to strive for, whatever you're trying to reach, a goal to obtain, whatever that thing that you're trying to get to is, your mind is going to try to convince you that it's impossible or it can't be done. And it's really enticing. Like some days it's really enticing. It's gotten to where a lot of people around me are worried about me. They're worried about me because I'm putting so much effort into this one thing. I'm risking a lot of things right now. I'm risking a lot. It's easy for a lot of people to tell you to just take care of yourself and get away from it. When I look back on my life, I realized that there were a lot of things that I would start and I would get in the middle, or I would come close to something and then for some reason I just quit or I just completely stopped. Like I remember I was in karate school, bro, and I was this close to getting my black belt. This close. And you know, in schools like that, like in martial arts schools, you'll have to perform, I can't remember the top of my head, but you have to perform a certain like form, martial art form, to, it's like a test. It's like basically like a test. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining it correctly, but it's a test to graduate from your brown belt or your senior brown belt to black belt. Um, and I did that test, and I remember I put my everything into it. I put everything I had into that test, and I felt so confident that I would graduate and get my black belt, but I ended up getting just one stripe on my belt. One stripe. Basically, the stripe is they just take a different colored tape, like I think it's hand. I don't know what kind of tape it is, but they tape it to your belt. And it's just been so long, I forgot the symbolism of the tape. But that's literally all I got. And it pushed me over the edge to where I felt like I was being disrespected in a way, because there are people that I felt like I performed at a higher level, and they got their black belt and I didn't. And it made me feel very like, it just made me feel so defeated. And I remember that same day I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I came here giving it everything I got. Like, you had to study it. You have to memorize this form. This, you have to memorize it. So then when the test comes, you can't make a mistake. And I would practice day and night just remembering it, by just so I can get my belt. It just ended up never happening. All I got was tape on the end of my belt. And that was it. That was my decision. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I felt like I performed at the top of my game, and I wasn't rewarded for that. So I quit. I would just like go through a certain level of failure, and then I would immediately give up that said thing. Sometimes I feel like when I get close to something, I get really close and then I end up bailing. My mind tells me I should abort mission, but my body doesn't want to. And that's what it feels like right now. And I can't do that to you guys. There's 18,000 of you that really do enjoy my content and look forward to the content that I produce. And I just can't up and leave. So I titled this video the way I did because everybody's journey is different. Everybody's trying to go for something. And sometimes there's a risk attached to that said goal that you're trying to obtain. And the risk is really great, but the reward is even greater. So that's why it makes it so worthwhile to go and chase those things. But there will come a time where you feel like there's not a lot of progress that's being done. Kind of like how I'm feeling right now. And even though somebody that's not me will look at me and say that, yo, you're doing fantastic, you're doing great, for some reason I still don't feel that way. My mind starts to make me want to believe that there isn't progress being made, and it's just like something that I'm fighting. I can't quite get it, but I will get it soon. But for anybody out there that's trying to go for something and they're seeing maybe little to no progress at all, that doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you failed. Right now, it just feels like the walls are closing in. And, I have certain goals that I want to hit. But it's hard. It's getting hard. I'm not going to lie. It's getting really hard. It's so odd because I'm more comfortable talking in front of a camera than I am with a actual tangible human being. And it's nothing personal. It's just like, I feel like telling someone else my problems will be a burden to somebody else. And, a lot of people got their own shit going on, and I don't want people to worry about me too much. So I guess I'm using my platform to air it out so I can clear myself from, just because it's nonstop thinking about whether or not I'm wasting my time. And if it's really something that I want, it shouldn't feel like that. But it happens. I'm a human being. We are our worst enemy, bro. We truly are. And although you may feel like there isn't a lot of options, or you feel like maybe this can't work out, that fear is good. Maybe look at it from a different perspective. The things that we're afraid to go after are usually the best parts of life. And that's a fact. I just want to help my family. I just want to help my friends around me and just the people around me. I know for a fact it's just crazy because while all of this shit is going on, I just can't. My body just, it's like my body has a brain of its own and knows that this could be done. And I know I can do it. I know I can. You know, I'm a very humble person when it comes to, because everybody is good in their own way. That's what I believe. But I know I could do this. And that's what hurts the most, is the fact that I know I can do it, but my mind is still telling me I can't. It's still trying to. Don't listen to the voice in your head. Don't listen to it. Keep going. It may be hard during the journey to the top, and it always is. It's never easy. You know, some people, you got your free cases, but usually it never is easy. And I never expected it to be easy. I knew this was coming. I did. But damn, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. Just to let y'all know where I'm at right now, mentally and physically. I'm okay. I promise. I'm okay. I just got to keep going. That's basically what it is. I just have to keep being persistent. And you know what, it's crazy because I'm a very persistent person. So the cognitive dissonance is there, but I won't stop. I can't. I have to see this through. It is scary. The journey is really scary because it's the journey of the unknown. You don't know what could happen. It's scary. But I think what I fear the most is the fear of regretting not knowing what could have been. I think that's the worst possible thing. Like if I were to just say, yo, I'm done and I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to look back 10 years later and realize, like, just regret not trying and keeping it going for as long as I can. Because the way I think about it is, the biggest people probably felt the same way that I do right now. But what they all have in common is the fact that they knew that they could do it and they never gave up. So I feel like that's my case right now. So this message goes out to any of you that are trying to become something, trying to become a greater version of yourself. The feeling that I'm feeling right now, although I can't really find the right words, and I'm sorry if I'm not being clear enough. It is hard for me to communicate the way I'm feeling clearly. Everything is just off the top of the dome, so I apologize. But for everyone that's going for something, you're going to experience. This feeling is going to be experienced, no matter what. No matter what, you know. But our job is to not have this feeling waver us in any way, and to persevere. You got to see what's on the other side. You have to. We have to see what's on the other side. We can't just get scared and then come to a halt, because we won't ever know the answer. You know, I won't ever know the answer to all my questions if I just stop. Like, that's a lie. I will know the answer. And the answer would be that I couldn't do it. And that is not an answer that I accept. I don't accept that. And I never will. Go for it and realize that it's normal. You're not the only one. You aren't the only one. I'm here too. I have dreams, I have aspirations, I have goals. And they are hard to obtain. But I'm not going to stop. And I hope you guys won't either. And stop comparing yourself to people. Please. You're going to run yourself up a tree. I keep telling myself that. And we're all human. It's easier said than done. But stop comparing yourself to people. I appreciate you guys so much. Stay blessed, stay positive, and you'll get through it. You will. I have faith in you. I have faith in all of you. I thank everybody that's in my life right now. Although what I'm doing is affecting them emotionally as well, I know it'll pay off someday. I just know it'll pay off. Like I'm not putting these people through this for nothing. Like I just know I could do it, and I do apologize for that. You know, it is affecting a lot of people around me, and I see it. But I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that. I need to get that off my chest. I'm probably just gonna go and write in my journal about it. That's another thing. Keep a journal next to you. Write down your thoughts. It'll help. It helps a lot. But anyway, that's all I got today. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys later. Peace.